Hello, welcome back to The Fine Print. I'm your host Dan, and today we're going to be discussing the K's brand new album, Pretty on the Internet. If you'd rather read the bite-sized version, the written version of this review, you can check out on our Instagram, on our TikTok, and also at Biblical Prints. That's right, we've partnered up with Biblical Prints to help them out with some reviews, and in return they're going to do some really cool artwork for the bands we're talking about. You can find that at biblicalprints.shop. And if you want to purchase any of their amazingly cool designs, as you can see on the screen right now, you can use the code TFP15 for 15% off. That's TFP15, 15% off at biblicalprints.shop. Anyway, let's get on with the album review for the K's. Now, let me first caveat this with, I am in no way the biggest fan of the K's. If you listen to the Royston Club video we did a few weeks back, you'll know that I like the K's, don't love them, I don't hate them. That seems to be how their fan base behaves though. They're either the best thing since sliced bread, or you're not allowed to like any of their songs. Now, their second album, Pretty on the Internet, came just over 12 months since their debut, I Wonder If the World Knows. I think that came out mid-March, April last year. So, 15 months ago, if that. It feels rushed. My first thoughts on listening is that it just felt like a continuation from that album. You know, I know the album came out, it also had a deluxe version. This feels like Deluxe Point 2, if you like. It just felt rushed. I don't think you should be releasing a second album so close to the first. You need to give it time to mature, to mellow, to allow fans to appreciate it and be hungry for more. And it just, they've released so many singles from this album as well. It got delayed, the release got delayed, and it just feels rushed. I'm sorry, it does. There's no real standouts on there for me. I feel like in the first album, there are 3 or 4 songs like Hometown, Herping, Maybe, Icarus that I can put my finger on and say they're the hits. They're the great songs on that album. Whereas this one, it did all merge into one, unfortunately. And I'm not saying it's a bad album. The K's don't release bad music. It's just not... I expected more. They want this to be a number 1 album. I don't think it's worthy, unfortunately. The debut got number 3, and that's a better album. I know they're more well known now. I know they've got a bigger fan base now, so it probably will hit number 1, if not number 2. It doesn't deserve it. I'm sorry, it doesn't. It's just not that good. It did just all merge into one, and I actually really liked Hell and I when it came out, and then someone commented that the outro sort of finale to that track sounds a little bit like a Disney song. I can't remember who said it. I'll try and find it. It made me laugh, and I listened and I was like, yeah, it does. I can imagine this in like the montage towards the back end of a Disney film where the main character's going through all the stages of becoming the hero, and now I just can't unhear it, so I can't listen to that song anymore. Absolutely ruined that for me, so thank you. I can't remember who said it. I'll try and find it, but yeah, very good comment. Ruined the song though. So yeah, I mean, halfway through my listen, I thought, it did all start to merge into one for me. And like I said, it's not a bad album. It's not. It's just not great, unfortunately, and that's the issue with releasing music so soon after your first album. You've not had time to mature as a band. You're still riding the coattails of the success of the first album, and you're releasing the second one. Sometimes less is more. As we see with, I know, again, it's not really a fair comparison because Arctic Monkeys are so well known, they're so huge. The anticipation that builds for them to release new stuff goes through the roof. And then when they finally do, it's unbelievable. The excitement levels, it gives you goosebumps how excited you become for their new music. Whereas the K's, it's just like, oh, they'll be releasing a new song in 2 weeks. Oh. And I actually think that will put people off. There's too much content to consume. I know we live in a world where people's attention spans are just, nobody's got one anymore, which is not very good for this video, considering it's going to come in close to 10 minutes. But when people want so much content, this band are trying to sort of please the masses, if you like. They've gone for the Taylor Swift model of just releasing music upon music. And that's, excuse me, that's fine for Taylor Swift to do, because she's Taylor Swift. She's the most well-known artist in the world right now. When you're the K's, I don't think it works. And we've got an article coming out soon, actually. It's called The Taylor Swiftification of Indie. And it's how indie bands are trying to adopt that Taylor Swift model or that Harry Styles model of really writing and releasing music. And it just doesn't work in this sphere, because you look at some of the great indie bands of the last 20 years. None of them have ever done what the K's are doing now. The Greats, the Libertines, Arctic Monkeys, for example. When you're I know Arctic Monkeys release it every 2 years. Even 2 years is better than just 12 months after, because it feels like they've just been ever since that debut album. It's just been release. There's too much going on and not enough variety. If they would have released their second album and it was completely different, blew the first one out the water, and it was like that first one, that that was our debut, that was us testing the water, this is our real debut, this is the one that's gonna set us instead to go on a rise and become one of the best bands in the UK right now, I'd say fair play. Fair play. This second album's brilliant. The first one, forget about it. Shit. Compared to this one, this is the one that's going to propel us to the top. And it wasn't. It just felt like a combination of B-sides and a follow-up of the deluxe version, like I said, deluxe version 0.2. So that's where we're at with the K's, their brand new album, Pretty on the Internet. Like I said, it's not a bad album. I gave it 3 stars out of 5. So yeah, it's a bang average album. Right down the middle for me. Like I said, they want number 1. They probably will get it. Is what it is. But let me know what you think about the K's new album, because I'm interested to see what your thoughts are. And like I said, I'm sure it's going to be divided in the comments. So yeah, let me know. And don't forget to check out biblicalprints.shop. Like I said, they've got some really cool designs on there. You can request basically anything you like. And if you use code TFP15, you get 15% off. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. I've been Dan. This has been The Fine Print. Let me know your thoughts on the K's brand new album, Pretty on the Internet, in the comments. And I'll see you next time. Take care.